Hey there guys, I'm SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Splatoon 2 Octo expansion. Last time we made our way down the eye line with one station here. We really weren't able to make our way through Radio Station, but at this point in our adventure, these levels are starting to get pretty long, especially if we go through with all the weapons. Speaking of which, our next level here is going to be definitely a long one. Shotgun, Ride With Me Station. So here we got a choice of 3 weapons, the N-Zap 85 and Splat Bomb, Octo Brush with Burst Bomb, and a Range Blaster with no bomb weapons whatsoever. So let's start with the recommended here, the N-Zap 85. What you'll find here is, in essence, a drive-through car wash. Please take care not to wind up inside the car wash itself. Although, to be honest, I suppose it's more of a car slosh. Take care out there. I get it, it's a funny pun. Let's start the test. Look right, then left, then right again. That's some proper traffic laws, Marina. The next car just shows up if you stand around and watch. Which is basically what we need to do here. We need to hop on these cars to make our way around the level, as there's no way we're going to be traversing on our own here. So, you gotta be careful about very specific things. I don't even really, it's not worth it, so I'm just gonna not even bother. I realized that halfway through the jump. That was a little scary. Grab some extra points here, and then immediately jump off. A little too close. Activate an ink rail here, and also shoot this switch to raise up the ink sticks. So let's go ahead and make our way through here. Be very careful. But we shot up more than enough of that said platform, so we wouldn't need to worry about the ink sticks. Yeah, let's go ahead and shoot up this car and get on the back. With that, let's move into the next section. Open Sesame! Launchpad ahoy, watch out for enemies. You also should be watching your step here, and as Marina's saying, stay submerged in the ink if you do not feel comfortable jumping out, but I'm a rebel. Who needs to stay submerged in the ink? I'll just go and take care of things myself. See if we can hit you with a Splat Bomb. Okay, that's a no. I tried. Maybe you can get with the Splat Bomb. That's a yes. You can go ahead and use that to our advantage to get to the launch pad. I almost made that. I landed on a piece of the platform I didn't know you can land on. And I could have went into my octopus form and survived. Now that's a new one. So, as you can see though in this level, this is supposed to be one of your harder levels, and it's mainly because of all the lives that kind of gives that away. But, if we play our cards just right, yeah, there we go! You're able to jump ahead and skip past a section. That section there is one of the hardest parts, but this part here, this part's annoying. Hold on, this car's got a propeller? What we need to do with this propeller is shoot it to raise the car straight up. This is a glorified auto-scroller section that we have to fly all the way through. Gotta make it over the car wash now. So shoot the thing and go in between these ink sticks. Doesn't matter if you go low or high here. But we gotta be careful because one wrong move in this section and we will easily die and go all the way back to that set checkpoint, which is at the very beginning of this whole section. So this I feel, and also the middle section is why they give you 5 lives here. This is kind of a difficult level and it lasts for quite some time, especially with this ending part. Not really the biggest fan here. And case in point as to why I'm not a fan of this level, the final section especially in my opinion here is just really bad. Not a fan of how they throw so many enemies near the end there to distract you. If you don't take care of the enemies, they can easily kill you, knock you off. But if you pay too much attention to the enemies, then you just get hit by one of the ink sticks because you gotta constantly be shooting the propeller to get over the final set of ink sticks. So, this is one of those sections. It's not really a great auto-scroller in my opinion. It has a lot of very specific parts you gotta be paying attention to. Very easy to just die because of certain issues here and there. Whether it be your own neglect like myself here in the previous section, or just being bombarded by enemies. I want to be very careful not to die here too, because getting hit twice right at the very end, not great. There we go, we made it to the ending. So now let's go ahead, shoot the goal, and pass the test. Really wish we didn't need to come back in here with the other two weapons, but it wouldn't be a full-blown playthrough of mine if I didn't go and 100% things, so we'll be coming back to the ride station here to complete it with the other weapons. So let's head back in and do things again, this time, from the looks of things, with the Octo brush. So our next weapon here in our chain is the Octo brush and burst bomb. So this is being a more closed range weapon, can make things a little bit harder in a lot of areas, so you gotta be careful with our said flings of the brush. But burst bombs in some fashion I think will make things easier, because burst bombs just blowing up on impact on things, this will allow us to just cover things in ink really fast, giving us an advantage for at least platforming sake. But in other senses, like with the stinking ink stick sections here, the Octo brush along with the burst bombs may not help nearly as much. I do feel burst bombs here are better than splat bombs, so at least there's that, but the end zap is definitely the more preferred weapon for this mission just because of its pretty good range along with its fast fire rate. So let's see how this section goes with a brush. As long as we stay in our ink, the enemies won't see us, but the second we do anything and get out of our ink, yeah, that's when things get chaotic. Okay, he barely clipped me with his one bullet, but that was a bad move to even jump when I did, just because of the sniper guy just getting me immediately, so I want to take this one a little bit more careful next time we get to the sniper. Throw a burst bomb here, take care of the sniper guy. Okay, did not, sure. Let's just jump ahead. Why did I think I could make that jump? For some reason, I thought the cars were closer. I mean, if they were, I could have made the jump. That was the mentality. Almost worked. I'm gonna burn through these 5 lives just getting to the next checkpoint, aren't I? I always do that in this section for some reason. My bad habit here is just to rush things, and when I do that, it just creates problems. Luckily, no problems were had here. Let's get out of here. That was the original idea to begin with, and that worked beautifully. So let's go get on the car to propeller, and then make our way through this long auto-scroller yet again. At least with the Octo brush, we have a good amount of power here, so every fling on this propeller will do a good amount of damage to it, meaning we'll go higher up in the air. But we gotta continuously fling this thing if we want to stay in any decent altitude, so we'll just have to keep on hitting it while we're at a certain spot. So let's hit these switches, get a little bit closer to them before we can do anything, unfortunately. And we can't really do anything with the top switch, but that's not that big of a deal, because the top switch not needed. All 3 of those spinners do the same thing. So at least there's that. We don't have to worry about hitting a very specific one. If you can hit hitting things, please go up. That was close. If I didn't stick to the hood of the car, I would have died. So I'll just go up one more peg, and there you go, we made it. So now with that, level's complete once again, now with the brush. Then we got one more weapon left, so let's make our way back to the Ride With Me station one more time to complete this with the ranged blaster. Back one final time for our final weapon, the ranged blaster. No sub-weapon this time around, so we can't rely on any bomb types to help us out. Want to be very careful with this thing, as the ranged blaster may have a good amount of range to it, but it's a very slow weapon. So we have to be very careful when we shoot this thing as to not miss any platforms we're trying to hit. So take our time with the said weapon, as it takes time to shoot the said weapon as well. Let's go ahead and activate the ink rail, and now also activate the said switch and get out of here. Give me some extra points on the way. I guess we'll just shoot the balloons. Very much we can do. Feel like nice little piece of freeway in the background. Maybe a little detail in these backgrounds, always just nice to see, because it kind of piece together a story with each one of these levels. This one almost looks like it's just a highway with maybe paint in the background. I think that's paint. I almost killed the sniper with that, but now he almost killed me. And then Gatling gun follows up. It's always that combo for me in this station. It's always the combo of the sniper, and then immediately afterwards, the Gatling gun. So you gotta be very careful of both of those 2 guys specifically, as they do the most damage here. Gonna have to play defensively. There's not much I can do once I get hit. The problem is in this, the best strategy if you do not want to take any damage here and want to play things safe is just ride this car to the very center, as this will get to the center eventually. Just staying in the center platform here is okay to do, or at least the starting one. I don't know why I said center platform. If you stay on the starting platform, it will go to the center eventually. Jumping to the other cars is just going to give me a glorified shortcut. But in this case, not very much of a shortcut if I keep on dying. So let's not do the same strategy 3 times in a row. Actually, at this point, it'd be 4 times, but how many times I die. So I'm just going to make my way over here and get myself some extra armor. Shoot you. Maybe I can take care of the Gatling before he shoots me. All right, that's good. Here we just take things a little precautiously. Take care of the sniper. Make our way to the center. And there we go. Take your time, and it's fine. I always like to rush things. That's just a bad habit of mine. Especially in little auto-scrolling sections or just sections that have a lot of nuances like that previous area. Because there's plenty of paths that you can take. Doesn't mean a lot of them are a good path to take, but just that curiosity of mine that just always sparks. Like, I could do this, and then I can't do it because I keep on dying. So it's just a bad habit of mine in a lot of games. Do these spinners, get this stuff moving. Fill the ink up and hit the car before we fly into one of these things. Oh, don't get too close. With the range blaster, it's very easy to overshoot this propeller and go too high. And that's almost what just happened to me there. So, again, you gotta play things careful in this section. Don't want to overdo things, but don't want to underdo it either. But we made it. Now let's just fly up to the top here one more time and make our way to the goal. And with that, Ride With Me Station is now 100% complete. Now that we completed the Ride With Me station, let's take a look at the mem cake we got from it. It's a mini Zapfish, the rhyme etched in little jolts. Those idols sing in Polar Spring, in my steps as I crank the vaults. Won't be cranking as much as a full-blown Zapfish, but the mini Zapfish do pretty much the same thing as a normal one. They power a lot of the things used in the main single-player campaigns of Splatoon 1 and 2. They're more of a thing you see in Splatoon 2, though. Not really a thing you see in Splatoon 1. But yeah, that's your mini Zapling, the little cousin to the standard Zapling. Let's go ahead and continue on here. Can't see me, All Eyes Station. So here we have a choice of 3 weapons, the E-Liter 4K, Splat Charger, and Jet Squelcher. None of them have a sub-weapon, so we're just using our main weapon type here. Let's pick the recommended, the E-Liter 4K. In this test, positioning is key. The grapple links will warp you to the location when hit with an ink shot. Be mindful of your shot range and also of your opponents. Take care out there. Let's go ahead and begin the test. So, as we were told, shoot the grapple links and we'll be warped right to the location. Alright, let's wipe these guys out. These guys have a longer range than you do, Agent 8. You gotta be careful for that reason. We have a pretty good shot with the E-Liter, but yeah, Marina's definitely right. These enemies have a way better range than us. We may have good range, but these things can hit us halfway across the map. So we want to be very careful where we're hiding here. There's plenty of platforms that we can hide behind, and there's some areas where we can even hide down in our own ink, but some of these platforms are smooth surfaces, so our ink just washes right off. So you gotta keep that in mind. Certain platforms you can recharge on, and certain platforms you cannot. You also have some cardboard boxes in certain sections to hide behind, so also keep that in mind too. Down here we got 2 enemies, but they're also right next to a blowfish, or inkfish, whatever they're called. I never remember what these things are called, but just shoot the balloon. Balloon fish, there you go. That took me a couple attempts. Take care of these enemies. I'm gonna warp over here, as in this box, full refill on ink. Okay, also a full refill on my death if I'm not careful here. Take you out, charge up, sneak around the corner and get him. There you go. Can't reach any other enemies from here, so I might as well just take one of the warps. 10 more left, as Marina's saying. So we're getting there. Jump around everything here is not really worth staying on that platform. At this point, I want to make my way to the center platform. Not only so we can start attacking enemies there, but also it's just a great vantage point as to just taking anything else out or even seeing where the other enemies are here on the stage. Climb up to the center platform area. Take you out, move out of the way so I don't get sniped. Jump around a little bit. See if I can get him before he even climb the wall. It's very possible to get this enemy here specifically. It's just a very tight shot to do. I'm gonna wait a second here because of the Gatling. Take you out. Gatling next. And with that, all the big heavy artillery enemies are gone. So the rest of these guys aren't really gonna be much of a problem here. Let's refill the ink. Take out the guys on the walls. And with that, thank you. We have now passed the test. So we're done with the all Eyez station in terms of just completing it. But we gotta go back and get the other 2 weapons out of the way, because you know the drill at this point. I just like seeing check marks. So let's make our way back to the all Eyez station to complete it with one of the other weapons. So back at all Eyez, let's pick the Splat Charger this time around and begin the test. This pays out more, but it's not really that much different compared to the E-Liter. The biggest difference here is this thing's range. Splat Charger compared to an E-Liter does not have nearly as much range, but it's just as powerful in a lot of ways here. So this mission isn't going to be that much different, I feel, using this weapon. In some ways it's definitely going to be harder, but I don't feel by all too much. Get down below right away so I can take care of these enemies. I'm out of my way right in the beginning. Take out you. I'm going to hide behind this box. That's why I was hiding like that, because I knew something was going to hit it. We can hit this thing from here, please. There we go. Barely hit the thing. Grappling thing. Come on. We do not want to die here. Please leave. I'm fine just hanging out here. Take you out before you kill me. I'm on literally no health. I'm not dying from a small fry. And it's very easy for me to do, too, so I just do not want that today. Let's start making our way up to the top pillar area. Take care of these guys around the center now. Nice shot. Jump back down here. We barely made that jump, too. Wow. That was a pretty good jump. Clear out this middle section. There's just a lot of powerful enemies, all in like one specific area, so we gotta be very careful. At this point, they're just gonna be aiming at nothing from the looks of things. I don't even know what they're doing up there. You guys just don't understand what they're doing. I think I'm somewhere else. Oh, Gatling gun's about ready to fire, I think. Let's just have him have his fun. Okay, now you're done with your fun. I'm gonna take you out. Goodbye, sir. 2 more enemies left, and with that, we're done. So there's only 1 more weapon left for the station, and that's the Jet Squelcher. Back at all Eyez for 1 more weapon. Let's pick the Jet Squelcher here. With that payout, you can already imagine that yes, this is by far the hardest weapon to use, but it's because of its range. This is a very powerful weapon, but the Jet Squelcher's range compared to the Charger's, way worse. In fact, just to even get to our first warp, I have to jump off the stage and shoot my target. So that's going to be the problem in this stage. A lot of the things we're going to want to hit, we need to be much closer than we ever were before. It's going to definitely make things a lot more tricky for us. They'll take you out immediately. Take these guys out and just hide behind this little set of boxes. That's right, nobody's here. Mind your own business. And I will kill you afterwards. Thank you. That was some pretty good comebacks. Warp up to the top. Keep on going up top. Take you out. And I'm gonna just immediately go, because this is gonna be a problem I stay. We had 2 Gatlings just ready to shoot, and we did not want them aiming at us. If that happened, yeah, I easily would have died. So let's just take these guys out on the pillars. And now we can start making our way up to the top. Those ink up around the area here. Oh, hello. Didn't notice the copter enemy there for a minute. Ooh, it got away from me too. Alright, 3 more left, and 2 of them on top, 1 of them's on a pillar, and they're all dead. The thing is with the Jet Squelcher, the range may be way worse, so the shots are harder to make, doubly so to jump around between platforms, but it is just more powerful overall if you hit things more consistently. So in a lot of ways, I feel the Jet Squelcher isn't really the hard mode, so to say, it's just a more difficult state. It's like normal to slightly harder normal. Not much of a difference. What's the mem cake we got from that? It's a key! Beneath a summer sky, I walk. Through valley, plain, and back again. Dreaming of what you might unlock. That's some deep thoughts here, just all around a key. That's also a scroll. Okay, hit the wrong joystick. The key can unlock a lot of different things, though. I mean, we don't know what this key is for. Could be the key to your destiny, for all we know. But with that, we got another set of levels here done in the I line, and we already connected back over to where we were in the B line. So, we only have a handful more levels left in the I line, even though we really haven't done much on it. We already played a decent amount of these levels just by going through the B line. So that already helped make some progress, but we'll continue making more progress through I line in the next episode. Next time on Let's Play Splatoon 2 Octo Expansion, we'll continue making our way down the I line here in the Deep Sea Metro. I'll see you guys next time.